a late harvest peach.
Yeah,
so
okay.
We just picked them.
Maybe just not commercially, so they don't have them in the markets. I wonder, is
blood
it like
oranges
soft?
are very popular.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I wonder if the fruit is soft. Like, why is it not at a
I see
farmer's
what you're
market
saying.
here?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So what are you preserving and how are you doing it?
Well, I am actually preserving peaches. I'm a big fan of dehydration now because it just takes up less space. And it's less sweet, and I've kind of moved away. I don't really, like, things just smack really sweet to me now. I don't eat a lot of sweet things. So slice them super duper duper thin and dehydrate them.
And dehydrate.
I have a dehydrator, like little peach rings. I love dried fruit roll-ups. It's good for the kids if you have young kids at home, or, it's good for adults too. You can flavor your pureed fruit with all sorts of things. Medicinal plants, rose water, cinnamon, you name it. So those are probably my big end of the season, my personal preservation that I like to do this time of year.
Mm-hmm. When you say thin, how thin? Because I have a dehydrator, and I'm excited I have something else to do with it.
She brought us strawberries earlier in the season.
Yeah,
and bay leaves.
What was your question? I'm sorry.
How thin do you do the peaches?
Oh, pretty thin. I mean, the thinner you make the fruit, the faster it dries.
Yeah.
And I'm lazy, and I don't want to be with those dehydrators can run
12
for
hours,
days
yeah.
on end.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want, like, if you've ever dehydrated grapes, have you ever done that? To make raisins? They're first of all, it'll be the most expensive raisins you'll ever eat in your entire life.
Okay.
And it takes days and days and days. But your house does smell amazing. And they are really, really yummy.
That sounds fun.
And does it take days because they already have a thick sugar kind of...
It's not about the sugar, it's about the moisture. It's a round, moisture-packed.
Oh, so you don't cut them in half before you?
No, I didn't. I just
yeah.
did like the Concord grapes you get here and the end-of-season grapes.
We're
the
picking
musket
them at our
grapes.
farm right now.
Yeah, well, you should
idea.
dehydrate some of them.
Yeah.
They're really yummy. So
Green
that takes a
tomatoes,
while.
fan or not fan?
I don't really like green tomatoes. I mean, if you're at the end of the season and you're pulling your tomato plants and you have green tomatoes that are almost on the edge of maturity, should you eat them? Yes, you should probably. Like, I would use everything I can. I tend to make kind of a green salsa, much like a
chow-chow?
tomatillo salsa. No, not chow-chow, just like a straight up tomatillo salsa,
Okay.
just like green tomatoes, cilantro, garlic, puree with a little bit of water, just to cook pork
Are you
in,
canning that?
eggs in. I mean, I'm not canning that now because I'm not going to schlep cans over to Scotland, and we don't have tomatillos there. I have yet to see those in any kind of marketplace. But you can do. The only thing with that is green tomatoes, you have to be a little careful with your acidity. You do want to add some form of acidulation, and then that throws off the flavor. I like it so much better when it's fresh, and so I would freeze it probably.
Okay, that's a good tip.
Yeah.
We are rocking tomatoes right now.
Yeah, I know. I had
And
tomato toast like every day that I got.
Every day right now. I think the thing when I tell people how I preserve the tomatoes, it surprises them because we grow specifically all kinds of tomatoes, but also a sauce tomato.
Yep.
And we freeze them whole in a Ziploc.
Yeah.
And when they're frozen solid and you want to have tomato sauce pasta, you literally just pull them out of the freezer, put them into a pan, and they melt.
Yep.
And you can just pull the skin out of the mix. You don't have to peel them. You don't have to do anything. And people are shocked by that. Have you tried that?
Yeah. I haven't. Well, yes, I have tried it, but I don't do it. When I lived in Seattle more regularly, I have a little urban apartment. I don't have a big house with a freezer and stuff, so freezer space is limited. You need ice for martinis, okay?
Yeah.
Everyone lives their priorities.
Especially tomato water martinis.
That's right. And so the tomatoes were never mine. But that is a really great way to do it, actually. And if you're feeling a little lazy, just, throw them in a bag. Or like sometimes at the end of the year, there's so much coming in that you can't manage all the projects. And that's a great way. Freezing tomatoes is a great way to paste tomatoes. Don't freeze your fresh tomatoes.
Yeah.
I
mean, you can.
Sure, you can.
But it's not for that.
Yeah. It's not, won't be super yummy.
And it's hard when you chop, typically fresh tomatoes, you'll prep them first, but you're not peeling them. If you're going to freeze fresh tomatoes even, go ahead and take the skins off. You going to hang with us for another segment?
Sure.
Why not? On Cairo Radio, it's the Hot Stove Society show celebrating 25 years on the air with our pals at Cairo.
You don't think I should call Tina?
No.
Okay.
It'll be fine. We can move her into a conversation somewhere, yeah.
All right, so.
All right, we're back here in the kitchen on Cairo Radio. We're going to continue our conversation of preservation of the bounty that's about us, all about us right now. Bex, tell us about what you're preserving. You did strawberries earlier in the season.
I did.
she's doing peaches right now. This is she.
Amy Pennington.
Amy Pennington is
Fabulous.
doing peaches right
Yep.
now.
I did bay leaves. My mother-in-law has
Nobody
this huge
preserves
tree.
bay leaves.
Well, if you buy them, you've probably never had to buy them, but they are, to dry them, they are, I don't know, almost $1 a leaf, it seems like, in those little jars.
Really?
Yeah.
You would
So-
just what?
You have a big yard. Why don't you grow a bay leaf tree?
Yeah.
It wouldn't look right.
I mean, you can save them.
They get so big.
Trina just shakes her head. That's the Bex I know. Yeah, it wouldn't look right in my
Well, I don't-
18-acre yard.
No, that's not true. I went to my mother-in-law's, and she has a big tree, so I just got big branches, and then I took all the leaves off and got my dehydrator going.
Yep.
Because I had a bet with another friend
funny.
that if I didn't use the dehydrator in a year, I had to.
Oh, got it. That's
Give
why
it
you
away.
did it.
So
Because
that's
you
why I
could
did
really
strawberries.
just leave your branches in the garage or something and let them dry out.
Yeah, just
You know what?
As
I
well.
did it. I did a test, and there was no difference.
Yeah.
I let them sit on the counter. And actually,
Yeah.
I took them off on a cookie sheet with the
Yeah.
rack, and it was the same.
Yep.
But what about right now? Apples.
Yeah, I mean, we're heading into apple season, and I always try and delay the inevitable because eventually all the summer fruits are going to be gone, and you will only have apples. But yes,
Oh, that's a good point.
Yes, but apples, great season for apples. The only two ways I ever preserve them are an apple butter or an apple jam. Actually, this is not true. I like
Why are you
apple.
lying to us?
I know why. Apple butter and apple jam. Apple chutney is really delicious. If you like that, I like that on a cheese plate with like a nice sharp cheddar. And again, fruit roll-ups for the kids. Like I just love peeling that fruit. It's so delicious. It'll never compare to any of the product you can buy in the store. It's really easy to do at home. So that's another.
Becky, I'm going to need
good
to
one.
borrow your dehydrator.
I will
to try
bring
and
it
make
to you.
fruit
Yes.
roll-ups for my
Yes.
kiddos.
Yeah, they're really good.
Okay,
What-
Amy, I have a question.
Yeah.
I always get really sad pulling out my whole garden
Yes.
around this time of year.
Yes.
What can I be putting in
You're
Seattle?
a little late
Is there
to the
anything?
party. Yes, I think that yes, ish.
Did you just call my daughter a lost cause?
No, I said she's late to the
Late
party.
to the party.
Little late to the party.
I'm reading between the lines.
You want to think about your winter garden in July, just for everyone for next year, number one, if you actually want proper harvest. But you can do a few things in late September. Any kind of cold seasonal plants. So arugula, cilantro. You can use cover crop, like pea vines that you use to cover crop, and just harvest them for the pea vines. They'll only be 2 or 3 inches tall by the time November rolls around, but great. You have a
But
little
they're
salad. You
so
can,
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really good. They're not as tender as like a sweet pea, where you're eating a snap pea or something. But the vines, because they're crop, they're meant for till. But they're good enough. They'll be young enough and really delicious. So I would try those. And then that kind of might be it.
Okay.
Unless you might be able to still find some starts. I'm sure there's some stores or shops, nurseries around the city that are still selling plants that
so if
have
I
been
get something
started.
a little further along, I could put it
a lot
in
further
now.
along.
Okay.
Yeah, like if it was planted in July, it would be 4 or 5 inches tall. You're looking for something like that, so
Okay.
you can do that as well. You can grow things under protection, so you can put a cloche up, and that will really extend your harvest. You might even be able to get away with planting beets or something now. And
Beets
then
will
just-
live all winter long, though, won't they?
I'm sorry?
The beets and parsnips, underground stuff, will live all winter long.
It's not. It's not really about living. It's more about like how much production they're going to put on through the winter. So then you're keeping alive this thing for 4 months for what? Like it has
Yeah.
no development, and it may or may not put a big root down. It's kind of not like the pain isn't worth the gain, in my
Right.
opinion. But sure, if you want to give it a go,
Well,
if
no
you're-
gardening is worth.
That's not true.
Oh my God, gardening's
Also,
such
Tom,
a pain.
you said earlier potatoes have no flavor, and that
I
it's the
didn't say they
craziest
have no
thing.
flavor. I said they taste washed out to me oftentimes.
No, you
You
said,
said they
No.
don't have a lot of flavor.
They
Yeah.
don't have a lot of flavor.
yeah,
There's a
Burr.
difference.
not
And
true.
so what? So it's are you talking varietal?
Yeah, they're so
Okay.
delicious. There are so many different flavor profiles within the potato family. I don't even care about potatoes, by the way, but I'm just saying
It
that.
sounds like you do.
I know.
Mostly care that he was wrong.
I do.
You know,
spend a
I
lot of
just
time
put
in
up
Scotland.
with the pain. My wife in pain for a year, wrestling sweet potatoes out of the ground when she tore her rotator cuff. That's how
Yeah.
nasty they were.
Yeah.
So I'm boycotting sweet
You're
potatoes, and I love
anti-potato?
them, but
Yeah.
I'm boycotting them.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. But I mean, I'm saying I don't care about sweet potatoes, not about your commentary. I care a lot about that. But yeah, potatoes do have a lot of flavor. I think you should grow potatoes if you have space for them.
One way that I would say the potatoes get better flavor is one of the things we do down at Lola's.
Butter.
We take the dry potato, put it dry into the oven, and cook them dry No boiled potatoes, throwing away the water, all that kind of dry roasted potatoes. Then we smash them and then we fry them.
Okay.
And that's really intensifies the flavor. And those potatoes have really nice flavor. Thank you very much.
And they get crispy,
and they get crispy.
which is nice, probably.
exactly.
Yeah.
What
You're
about
good.
you've done a lot of with one of your books? What
One
about
of her 6 books.
One of her 6 books, yes. What about something I like to do in the winter is windowsill growing, like microgreens or sprouts or something like that.
Yeah.
What do
Yep.
you do indoors?
Nailed it. That's exactly what you do indoors. You do microgreens. So you just need some sort of growing medium. You can use potting soil mix. You need a really thick layer of seed and a little bit of a cover. So the cover can be actually those plastic covers that they sell at the nurseries, or you can just cover it with saran wrap. You just want to make sure that whatever plastic you're laying over your tray does not touch the actual green of the sprouts when they come up.
Okay.
So microgreens you can do that way. You know, radishes are pretty traditional, beets are pretty traditional, but you can do celery, basil, like something more flavorful is my preference that actually
Cantaloupe.
adds to
Yes.
the
We had cantaloupe sprouts a couple weeks
Oh,
back.
how was
Yeah.
that?
Oh,
Delicious.
they were awesome.
Juicy and
Yeah.
cantaloupe?
Tasted
Yes,
like cantaloupe.
like an intense cantaloupe.
Interesting.
And then she talked about the nutritional value as being
Yeah.
way more than.
Yeah, anytime a plant sets new leaf, so to your point about the bay leaves, really spring is the better time to harvest them.
Okay.
They will have the most herbal constituents. It will have the most flavor, the most oil. Like that plant is brand new and trying to, basically hold whatever they need for the whole season. So spring is a great time. If you're digging up roots, in herbalism, we dig up a lot of roots in the spring because that's when all the energy is for the plant to actually sprout. So anyway, back to your question. Yes, you can do microgreens, and then sprouts just in a jar are dead easy. That's like the old school. I remember when I was young, it was like cucumber, cream cheese, sprouts on a sandwich. That was like the
alfalfa
natural
sprouts?
food. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But you can sprout anything in a jar. You just want to be careful that you're not setting it and forgetting it. So much like your lacto fermentation went south, it's because it got moldy. Maybe you weren't paying attention like every moment of the day. And that's what happens with the sprouts as well. So it's a breeding ground for bacteria. It's kind of a watery environment at a room temperature. Bacteria love that. So you want to be careful. Make sure you're rinsing them. Make sure you're staying on schedule. Don't snooze on that. And then after 5 days, you eat them. People tend to
Right.
kind of keep things in their fridge for long periods of time, but like speed up that cycle. Get your things off the vine, eat the food you're growing, be
Move on.
diligent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bex is kind of our local suburban Kenji Lopez alt.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
And so she'll come in sometimes. Tell them about your pesto experiment.
Oh, Trina, my sister,
She doesn't
sitting
just
right
make
here.
pesto.
'Kay.
Can't
No.
do that.
We had to do it. We've done it for a couple of years now. But we had to change all the variables. We've washed the basil, then we blanched the basil, and then the next year, and then we also did she'll just wash them the night before, so you don't have to wash it, so you don't have wet basil.
Yep.
So that's the best way. The blanching wasn't worth it. Then we did with the pine nuts. We toasted some, and we didn't toast some. We tried it that way. And we found we couldn't taste the difference. And we kind of liked the texture of the mushier,
Yeah.
non-toasted
Yep.
pine nut. And then garlic, we didn't blanch the garlic. We just put a little less in. And then what else, Trina? Lemon. Oh, we did add about a teaspoon or tablespoon, depending on how many cups of basil leaves we had, maybe 5-6 cups. We'd probably do a tablespoon of lemon, and that helped it not oxidize.
And cheese or no cheese?
Oh, absolutely cheese. But we didn't hand grate the cheese. We got the Costco one and put it at the very end because we like that thicker texture. So we did
What, Reggiano or Grana or what?
the Reggiano.
Reggiano.
Yep.
okay.
Yep. And it's just so fun to finally have a recipe that you pull it out and it's not all oxidized
Yeah.
when you're in the fridge.
Yeah, I think it's good to recognize that people who are in the business of writing recipes, no offense to present company, you have to kind of come up with a new spin. Otherwise, why would anyone care about your recipe, right?
About
So
your
it-
pesto compared to somebody else's pesto.
Yeah, exactly. And so it is good to sort of run these personal experiments and just find out what it is you like, because different palates are different too, right? Like what I taste and the fuss that I would make I realize is not the fuss that most people would make.
Right.
So I am not going to write for my fussy self. I'm going to write for you, the lazy person at home who just has 20 minutes and needs to get food on the table for your family.
What did she just call you?
Not you.
Lazy. That's okay.
You are all lazy, not you. Just you guys.
The other thing I would think about with that pesto, for example, is what's your intended use? Because
Right.
when you say blanch or don't blanch the garlic, because the garlic maybe is a little too hot. But if you're putting that into a pan with gnocchi that's been boiled, and now you got that heat releasing flavor, that hot garlic
That's
goes
gonna
away
change it.
again. So sometimes it depends on that.
That's a good point.
Yeah. I try and cut out as many steps as possible. Like at the end of the day, I am as fussy as I can be. I do try and move quickly when and if I can. I will cut as many corners as possible to get to a place that I want to end up in.
I'm just starting to do that, and it feels really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
One of the things I did this year, I made a batch of pesto. I said to Jackie, it's getting cold at the farm right now. It was 45 degrees when I was there this last couple days ago. And I want to get that basil harvested. And it's not going to get any better.
Yep.
I want to get it harvested, but she's got she has Thai basil, Genoa basil, and opal basil all in the same patch. So I just literally zipped it right across the top of all of them and made a 3 basil pesto.
And how'd it turn out?
Other than the color, it turned out great. When I just did opal basil on its own, it's beautiful pinkish purple. Looks like Leslie Kelly's hair. When I put all 3 together, I like the flavor better, but not the look.
The
of
look of it.
Yeah, it's really it builds out the flavor profile.
Yep. That's kind of like adding a few blackberries to your strawberry smoothie. It's going to look real bad, but it's going to taste really good.
Real good.
Yeah. Nice.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Of course. Thank you
covering
for
our pal Tina.
having me.
Glad you were not in Scotland for
and
this.
just a reminder
Yeah.
that you were a producer on this show for how many years?
Yeah. 7, 9.
And how do people find you?
Well, I have a website. It's my name with a dash. So it's amy-pennington.com. A lot of recipes on there, a lot of links to all the things. A lot of good information, just kind of sitting there and being lively if you want to tap in. Growing advice is there. I have a gardening newsletter. So anything
people
you
like
could want to
that
know.
are so famous, they don't usually use their real name. Don't you have a
student.
alias or something?
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't.
Okay. Look for Amy and Ken.
Yeah.
She married a Ken doll.
Oh, that's cute.
Up next, Chef Eric Tanaka, our managing partner here at the TD & Co. is going to join us to talk about the restaurant business.
Woohoo.
On Kairos, the Hot Stove Society Show, 97.3 FM.
This is not my notes.
I didn't know that Christy was also friends with Tina. Because I was at Wiley's birthday party and all of a sudden Tina showed up.
That's not my phone.
How is kindergarten going?
I'll get it.
I know she
I'll
wasn't
fix
like
it once
thrilled
I
about
get
it.
it.
Yeah, I think everyone is settling in. I think it's that mom nerves and photos away. She's on her own.
Oh, okay.
Do you need me?
I'm just
Taking a shot at ET.
Hi, great to see you. Chloe also wanted me to give you a hug. I just talked to her this morning.
Is she still in London?
No, they just moved to
Couldn't they-
Florida.
Because they were in Malaysia for a while too, right?
I know, maybe.
Yeah, I think they escaped London. They were in Malaysia for a bit.
How was that breakfast? Good. Chef Annie, they liked it. First time for everything.
Crazy. Yeah, you too.
She loves me. Ooh, those Madeleines. Siri, how long did you work with Terry?
10 years.
10 years. 10 years. Good job. Uh-oh. What are you doing there, Chef?
Good morning.
Morning.
Hour 2.
Yep. Welcome back for hour 2 of the Hot Stove Society show in Cairo. I've been informed that it's Becky's 100th
Oh,
show
geez.
as a producer here of the Hot Stove Society radio show. Nice job.
Thank you. It's been very fun.
It's our 25th anniversary show of being on Cairo, and we think it's 25.
We're just calling it.
Exactly. Hold on one second.
Goodbye.
Well, welcome back.
Okay.
Loretta,
That's
you got
it.
some shoes to fill. You did a good job when the one time out of
Yeah, we had a girls show
we had
one
a girls
time
show.
when he
Yeah,
was when he was gone. It was okay.
you
Time, Nico? There we go. And we're here with our partner, Eric Tanaka, on the Hot Stove Society radio show.
Hello.
Eric, I primed this segment in the beginning of hour 1 of talking about how restaurants have morphed in the 30 years you and I have been working together or longer. And I'm just going to let you go after it for a minute because you are the managing partner. You see it more on a day-to-day basis than I do. You're also much better at HR than I am. And because
That's
I think
scary.
for me, that's a lot of the area of our interaction with our teams has changed a ton over the years.
Yeah, and I would agree with you. I think that's the biggest, because the day-to-day challenge of just being consistent, that's always been there, quality-wise, experience-wise.
Seasonality.
Yeah, from day one that I've been in this business till now, it's like the challenge every day is to make it great.
Yeah.
But I think just what you were saying, the communication between, the teams, how that operates, it was much more draconian back in the day. Like when people talk about old school chefs, it was fairly known. It was like the army. Like there was one way, the chef's way.
Yeah. I will say that was never my way.
No. And frankly, it's why I was attracted to working here with you. Because I came from Manhattan, and it was all of the classic tropes of chefs and restaurants and kind of bad behavior, and it was just how it was. Like you never questioned it, and obviously probably should have. But I think as a young cook, you're trying to gain experience. You're working in the best places you can work, and kind of the social contract is like, here's what it is. You jump in or you don't. If you don't, there's going to be other people to replace you. And that's just how it was. It's subsequently changed
So
a
different.
lot.
Yeah.
And for the better. Frankly, I think, there's more humanity in restaurants than there ever has been. There's more consideration for, that the employer-employee relationship, which is huge. Which is not to say that there weren't houses where that was the case, but the prevalence of just kind of you would get ground down, and I would say East Coast a little bit different than West Coast. West Coast was a little bit more maybe cerebral, where East Coast was more. It was just kind of who could stand the most pressure, grinding.
And you say ground down. I think of it as people thought about it. The worker side of it was I'm paying my dues.
Yes.
And they were unnecessarily harsh dues oftentimes, I thought.
I
mean, my friend
Yes.
Steven, who helped teach me how to cook, right? He talked about the time when chefs were throwing pans at him when they didn't like a dish that he made. Literally throwing hot pans at somebody.
Yeah,
So.
and that certainly happened, and I think really kind of still does happen some places.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. I think
How could you
know,
operate in this day and age if that was the environment you created?
there are people that actually thrive in that and want that, and they learn better that way. Like there are environments for everybody. You know, I don't think that is mostly the case. I think mostly the case is, you know, people are trying to really respond to right now, which is being really more empathetic and reasonable, you know, in that regard. But when you talk about the paying dues, like I totally understand that, and I actually appreciate it because I learned a lot. You know, it might not have been exactly the way that I wanted to learn, but you know, I did learn a lot whether I wanted to or not.
What do you look for in a young chef today that you might not have prioritized 25 years ago?
Probably the same thing, passion. Like, I think if you're passionate about, you have to be passionate in this business. If you are here for the money or the fame or the glamour or the women or whatever, the party scene, you're not going to last that long. You're going to burn out in some way. And to be in this business over a long haul, you have to be passionate every day about what you do. And certainly that, I think over time that changes. You know, as a young cook, what I was passionate about was the food. You know, I think as you move up into management, it's really how do I get the best out of the team? And then I think, you know, as you move more into ownership, then you're like looking to put all of those things together. How do we create experience both for customers, for employees, and then financially make that work? Because each one of those aspects are challenging in their own way, and your scope or vision as you start morphs. And I think at the end of it all, you know, hopefully you get to a place where there's a balance, there's a, you know, financial gain, you're putting out an incredible experience, and your cooks are and front of the house team are passionate about what's happening there. So, you know, we go up and down. It's hard, and that's what I'm saying. Like, the daily grind is really the same. It's how do you get everybody pointed the right direction and really focused.
I think we're at a bit of an inflection point in our business right now from the standpoint of what can people afford to pay and what can we afford to sell it for. And we're meeting that apex right now, I think, because there's only so many people that want to pay $40 or $45 for a roast chicken dish.
Yeah.
And in order to make margin...
Only so many people that can. I think, you know, that's the inflection of, like, can you afford a $45 chicken?
And so when you see in the Seattle Times that 18 restaurants closed last month, but 45 new restaurants opened, what are they really saying? Because to me, it's a different style of restaurant that's opening today than it was when I opened Dahlia, certainly, which was 125 seats, 140 seats, something, and then continued down our path then at Palace and Edda's and even Lola downstairs became smaller a bit than what we had traditionally done. But what do you see today of why there's so many restaurants opening, yet there's all this negativity? And I'm not really talking about the downtown urban environment. If you watch Fox News National, you know, you would think Seattle was a cesspool. And it's just not. It's a beautiful place to do business. It's a great place to work. We're packed most every night. So how do you justify what's going on?
I mean, a lot of it is just adapting to everything. You know, there's legislative pieces that we're adapting to. There are agricultural pieces that we're adapting to. Like, you know, inputs are just more expensive. Labor is more expensive.
Yeah, in the past, though, when labor got more expensive, you just raised the price, right? But we're getting to that point where you just can't raise the price anymore.
Well, kind of the flip side is maybe you go out of business if you don't keep raising. Like it is that tricky piece of how do you reconcile all these pieces. And what we've really been coming to is just finding value at whatever price point that we're entering, the marketplace. Like, you can have a cheap eats place or you can have fine dining. How do you supply that value? If it's $250 a head, making it feel like, wow, I'd pay $500 for that. Or, if it's a $2 taco thing, I'd pay $10 for that. Mm-hmm. So I think that's the trick. Prices are only expensive if you feel like you didn't get what you thought you were going to be delivered. I
think that's a good point there.
So that's kind of what we've been focusing on, is the value that we're bringing is to the price point and not just the cheapest price that we can charge. Because I think that's a hard model to move forward with and survive for everybody. Because that we have many people that this is their job and they need that to live and survive on. And so
finally, our cooks and our service team are finally making a much more livable wage, which I'm all about as a young cook who came up through the system. I had to quit a job over a quarter an hour raise at McCormick's in 1980.
Yeah.
I was making $6 or something an hour. I wanted $6.25.
Yeah.
I had to quit my job.
Well, I think that's, one of the bigger changes that has happened over the years is that the equity between the front of the house and back of the house is being addressed. It's still not equal, but it's way better than it used to be 25 years ago.
Yeah. Loretta, what are you seeing?
Well, I think to your other question about the 46 openings and the 18 closings, what I do think is happening and what's happening maybe with the Seattle Times writing those articles or things like that is the scope of where those has really expanded. I feel like it used to be that the restaurant openings that people were talking about were restaurants that were opening in downtown Seattle or things like that. And now when you read those articles, it's restaurants opening in Kent, it's restaurants opening in Edmonds. It's the geographical reach of that has really expanded. I think as people are eating in their neighborhoods more and as downtown Seattle isn't the only destination for good food anymore. And it probably never was before, but that was maybe the perception. And so you have chefs with recognizable names and things like that that are opening restaurants well outside of the city. And I think that gives you a lot more reach to pull in a lot more new places to talk about also. And so when they say in Seattle, it's really, I think the definition of what Seattle is has really
Metropolitan
expanded.
area.
Yeah.
Seattle Metro, they should probably clarify that.
Yeah.
And they got called out in their comments about that quite a few times, and I think they're trying to be
people
better
go
about
in
that.
looking for something in Seattle, and they're like, well, this is an hour outside the city, or this is an opening in Tacoma.
But the days of 150 or 250 seat fine dining restaurants opening just are gone.
Gone.
And really, one of the ways to make a living in a restaurant is when it's a mom and pop operation where both mom and pop are working, and you can make the numbers in a better way than if you have to hire everyone.
Yeah.
So. All right, Eric Tanaka, partner of the TD & Co. Restaurant Group for 30-plus years. Thanks for joining us for a moment or two. Now, Leslie Kelly, our roving RV correspondent. I'm not sure. Is that the best title we can come up with for her?
We're going to have to work on that.
Whack Job. Let's call her Whack Job.
No, never.
Okay, on Cairo, it's the Hot Stove Society Show, 97.3 FM. Where's she going?
How about those Mariners?
Oh my gosh, the Mariners.
I'm sorry you didn't have enough time to get ready. Sure.
When we talk about Whidbey Island. Yep. Thank you. Yeah.
I love the sign on top of this. Live fermented. Open over a bowl. It might explode.
Yeah. You wish.
We are back here in the kitchen on Cairo Radio. It's the Hot Stove Society. We're celebrating our 25th year on the air with Cairo. Becky's celebrating her 100th show. We're talking a lot about Chef Terry Rotro, the chef in the chapeau today, because after the show we have a fundraising lunch for IPF, idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis research. And so lots of fun things happening today. And grateful for the support. We have a full house. Grateful for you all for spending your $100 towards this noble cause. We are now in the kitchen with Leslie Kelly. You know, we've been on the air 25 years. Leslie, you've been coming on and off for the last.
Well, I'm
15
wearing my
or so?
special silver jacket in honor of your silver anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
What a good idea! And you're wearing a Mariners cap.
hat.
You know, we're going to put on at Serious Pie. We're going to put on a Rally for Raleigh calzone.
Okay. All right. Well, you know, he hit 60, number
I do
60
know.
last night.
Yeah.
And I just recently wrote a story. He has worked with Scuttlebutt Brewing in Everett.
Well, no kidding, because he's got a big dumper.
The Big Dumper beer. You need to have that at your party,
Yeah, you
okay?
You know what else he is doing? Is he's doing this? This is a shameless plug, but he's doing a collaboration sandwich with Evergreens. They're coming
Oh,
out
yeah.
with like a wrap that he designed, and $1 from every sandwich raised. He picked Backpacker Brigade, of which
Oh,
I'm
that's
on
wonderful.
the board as his charity partner. So
That's
for,
awesome.
I think it's the month of October. If you see the Cal Raleigh sandwich, you should order it.
The
and
wrap.
$1 goes to
And
Backpack Brigade.
get a Big Dumper beer to go with that.
Why
You're
not?
set,
Yeah,
right?
why
Cal
not?
Raleigh Mania.
Cal Raleigh Mania.
So tell us, introduce folks who might not know you on the show to why we call you the RV
Well-
correspondent.
I'm a longtime food journalist, worked at a number of newspapers over the years, including the last one was the Seattle Post-Intelligencer, rest in peace. And that's where I connected with you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Was that before or after you trashed us in a review? I don't
I
remember.
did not. I remember, I think I might still have the handwritten note where he said, "We were relieved that you didn't trash us." I wasn't about trashing anybody.
No.
I'm just
To your credit.
I'm just here to bear witness. Anyway, many years later, did a lot of hustling and actually spent a little bit of time, if you recall, working as your secret shopper.
You know what we call that? We don't call it secret shopping. We call it shopping for success.
Shopping for success, yeah. I got a lot of incredible meals at the TD & Co. Family of restaurants over the years.
And in that vein, you know, people think sometimes secret shoppers, to me, has a negative connotation, like you're trying to catch somebody doing something wrong. Whereas we like to celebrate what people are doing correctly.
Exactly.
And it's shopping for success is a much more positive way
Yeah.
for us to be able to handle issues that come up and also reward issues that are handled well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But-
hard when you're the owner to go into the restaurant and feel like you're getting maybe the authentic experience,
You're not.
right? Because
Well, I know I'm always getting a double, and every time I send it back and have them make a single because they just think, well,
He
it's
wants
you.
more.
Here, I'm going
He
to pour
wants
extra.
More. Give him more. No, but I want to turn back the clock to the very first time I came on to Seattle Kitchen, 2007. And do you remember that?
Well, is that when you blistered the weenie?
Yeah. I asked Becky if we could track down that.
We
little
tried. I went down a
segment.
rabbit hole.
But it was summertime. Amy was the producer at the time and invited me on, and we talked. I don't know how it came up, but we talked about the best way to cook your weenie.
Yeah.
And I said I like to stick it right in the fire, get it all
Blister
blistered.
it all up. Yeah. And then we had a good
You
laugh.
got a kick
and we've
out of
got
that.
a kick out of it ever since.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so does Sean DeTore.
Oh yeah.
He puts the weenie song on when lessons.
Oh, does
on
he?
air. It's really cute.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
And that was you came on because you were with All Recipes.
Well, I was actually with All Recipes much later. I wrote for a number of publications, local and national, and did Zagat and did City Search, just a straight up hustle. And then, and I did get laid off at All Recipes, sad face, in 2017, my dream job. And my husband and I decided, okay, we're going to sell our house in Seattle and buy a little 23-foot motorhome, and we did that, and we roamed all over the country.
For
And we
years.
Many years. And we're still doing it. We have a home base in Seattle, back in Seattle on Queen Anne, about a mile from where my grandparents lived when I was a kid, which is pretty cool. Got an amazing view. And we still do a lot of tripping. And we are spending the month of September on Whidbey Island at Fort Casey State Park volunteering at the Admiralty Head Lighthouse.
And it's just to tell people about the area, or what's your job?
People come to see the lighthouse. It's one of the prettiest little lighthouses that was absolutely almost obsolete as soon as it went up. In 1922, it ceased being a lighthouse, but it's been lovingly restored by the community. It's beloved, and it's a fun little slice of history. Get to tell about the lighthouse keepers and what what their life was like. But it also gives me the opportunity to live on Whidbey Island, like my friend Sue Frouse, who's here today, longtime resident of Whidbey Island. It's one of the prettiest places, and it has so many incredible restaurants and businesses. Britt's Pickles produces. I brought Tom a
Probably
little
some bare naked kimchi,
bare naked kimchi because
which is a good way to blister your weenie.
it's absolutely appropriate to serve that with a blistered weenie. But there's some new evidence that eating fermented foods
Good for your
makes
gut.
you smarter. It's good for your gut and it makes you smarter. So I thought you could use all the help. That you
It's 100% true. Our people visit lighthouses a little bit like they have a list of national parks. They want to do all the parks. but
absolutely
They
they
have, the same
have
thing.
passports that they stamp. And again, this is a really pretty lighthouse. It sits up on the bluff, and it used to be that the sailing ships would come in on the Strait of Juan de Fuca, and when they would come towards it at a certain time, they would turn, so the wind would take them down south. Yeah.
Is this the lighthouse that you just texted me a picture with Chuck Tesaro?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yes.
great.
Chuck's dad lives in Coopville, and he stopped by the other day. Chuck, the old Seattle
Summer camper?
Summer camper.
You
Yeah,
bet.
that's how we met.
And
but
you just wrote an article, 48 Hours on Whidbey. I just
48
read
hours
it.
on Whidbey.
What were your delicious detours?
Well, I love this place down in Freeland called Beer Cootery. It's a little shop, and they have a neat selection of wine and beer and deli items. That's fun to stop at, get some picnic stuff. But recently I had one of the best pizzas I've had in a long, long time, and that's saying a lot, at this place called Goldie's. The chef there, Seti Livingston, used to be at Delancey.
Ah,
Yeah. And they are making their crust with flour from the island.
Oh, that's
So,
great.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Super cool.
It's there. I love the place. Driving around, hitting the farm stands. There's loads of farm stands and farmers markets. I love the farmers market on Saturday in Coopville. Go see my friend, the chef in the black bandana. He's got a smoker there. The smoker is called Stinky. And he sells some incredibly yummy meats. Yeah.
Need a day trip.
Day trip it. You can date. What's cool is I think you can, take the ferry from Mukilteo, go up from the south end, and then hit, Deception Pass and go back on
I was going to
I-5.
say, yeah, if you have to take your car if you're going to do your 48 hours.
Oh, yeah. You have
And
to take
so,
your car.
unless you want to hang.
Yes.
What's it, Kingston? Where do you go into?
Mukilteo.
Mukilteo, that's
Yes,
right.
Mukilteo, and then come back through Skagit Valley.
Yeah.
So that's a good trip.
Such a beautiful drive. Stop
Yeah.
in Bow.
Yep, stop
Bo
in
Edison,
Bow.
yeah.
Go to Water Tank Bakery.
Yeah.
Yep. Lots of good stuff on the road.
All right.
Well,
Where's your
thanks,
next
Leslie.
trip?
We are headed to Fort Worden next month, and we're going to be volunteering at the Commanding Officers Quarters Museum. So come see us.
Great. Thanks,
Thank
Leslie.
you.
Awesome.
All right, up next, we've got some questions from our dear listeners
Mm-hmm.
after 25 years on the air, and we'll take those. You must have a list of those somewhere.
We do.
All right. On Cairo, it's the Hot Stove Society Show, 97.3 FM.
Oh.
Love your shoes. Careful, she'll steal them.
Never shake her little feet would never fit in my big old shoe.
got big shoes to fill.
Thanks. Thanks for everything.
Yes. Yeah. Oh no. We want you for trivia. So that'd be awesome. So we're just gonna do one.
no hurry.
We're doing one. Perfect. One episode and then trivia. No, we love it. Please hang out on her. And then after the
Just so you know, we'll have about a 20-minute break or 30-minute break
we'll have
for you
little
to
drinks and
take a
snacks
walk
out there
around the
so you
block
can
and
hang
then
out.
come back in. And
Kathy will be coming.
just so you don't think you have to
then
sit here for 5 hours.
Yeah.
All day.
Not available. No. Busy on the radio.
All right, ready, set? All right. Okay.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Okay. It's just a surprise. Why
What?
is-
It's just a recording.
Okay.
You see the questions right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Go.
Yeah. Let's go.
She said, let Becky intro it.
Oh.
Oh, I
Here we
thought
are
this was
back in the
something else.
kitchen on Cairo Radio. I'm Tom Douglas.
I'm Loretta Douglas.
We're having a ball here today, celebrating our pal Chef Terry Rochereau, the chef in the chapeau. We're celebrating 25 years on the air. We miss him terribly. And we're going to have a good lunch today.
Yes, it'll be
on top
lovely.
of a delicious breakfast. What do we got next?
So we've got some questions from listeners. It's pre-recorded, and we thought it'd be great for you and Loretta to listen and respond from your chefy perspective and your home cook perspective.
Okay.
So here we go. Nico, get it going.
Hi, Tom. This is your longtime admirer, Pamela Hinckley. Holy moly macaroni! Congratulations on 25 entertaining years of your quirky, heartfelt radio show. Before I was the producer, I kind of made fun of the show. But once I got involved and experienced how much your audience enjoyed your witty food commentary, I was all in. And I loved kicking your butt on trivia. Add me to your list of adoring listeners. Big hug.
Hi, Tom. Kathy Rochereau here, wishing
So
you
it's
congratulations
not a
on 25 years of talking food on the radio. As you know, Terry loved doing this show with you, as all of your fans could hear. Terry would be running out the door to get to the Hot Stove Society on time. He was never a morning person. And he would ask me what his taste of the week should be. Although I was slightly bugged that he waited till the last minute to ask me, I always enjoyed thinking back over the past week of all the delicious food we had eaten at either home or in restaurants or something Terry would have created at one of our restaurants. I know he would be happy to know that you are continuing on and he is with you in spirit and love always.
Hey, Tom. Maddie Dow here. Wow, 25 years on the radio. Congrats. I sincerely hope you got a haircut to mark the occasion. Being a producer for you and Terry was a ton of fun. And even though you jerks never read any of my incredibly well-crafted show sheets, you always created some on-air magic. Thank you for always bringing joy and light through food on the airwaves, especially now when we need it the most. Love you. Congrats.
Hi, Tommy D. Wow, 25 years? I wasn't even born when it all began. Just kidding. I feel so lucky to have been a producer during my stint in the thick of COVID, when it was just you, me, Sean, and Terry in the studio. We missed the energy of a live audience, but Terry sure kept us dancing. Even though you never read the show sheet that I worked so hard on, I'll always cherish that time with you both. Truth is, you never needed the show sheet. Here's to 25 more years. Lots of love, Amy R.
Hi, Tom. Sean McFadden here. Just wanted to call and say congratulations for 25 years of Hot Stove Radio with Cairo.
Tom, congrats on the 25 years of doing the radio show. That is a big milestone. We love having you at the Hot Stove every week. This is Annie Elmore, your favorite Asian person.
Tom, Michael Tier here. Wow, 25 years on the air. That is quite a feat. I've been honored to be part of the show's journey from the days at the Cairo studio, broadcasting from Hawaii, you calling into the shop, and of course at the So Cool Hot Stove Society. big congratulations. It's been a lot of fun, and I look forward to being at the Hot Stove Society again in person in the near future. All the best.
Hi, Tom. Bridget here, calling you from Dacia on the turquoise coast of Turkey. I'm in a beautiful little fishing village thinking about you and your 25 years with Seattle Kitchen and now Hot Stove Radio. It was always fun listening, and I remember starting at Hot Stove all those years ago, and you and Terry had me on the show with Tina talking about Hot Stove and our classes. For the years, it's been fun. I'm sorry your buddy Terry isn't with you on this next 25 years. It's been super fun, and I'm honored to be included in all the antics and fun with the radio show, bringing great information to listeners and all kinds of new and interesting things. I'm looking forward to bringing back some new information for the show. Be well. Congratulations. Cheers. Gazelle.
Turkish.
Hi, Tom. It is your food podcast and cookbook author nemesis, Rachel Bell. For the listeners, I host a podcast called Your Last Meal. I host a TV show on Cascade PBS called The Nosh. And I wrote a cookbook called Open Sesame. And I met Tom and Terry exactly 20 years ago when I was working in the newsroom at KIRO Radio. When I started, I was working on the weekends. You guys were in the studio doing your show live on the weekends. So that means Seattle Kitchen was only 5 years old at the time. It was in kindergarten. And I wanted to grow up to have a show just like you. I have been obsessed with food my whole life. I was in this journalism career. I wanted to get into the food world. So when Tom's assistant, my friend Amy Pennington, left her role, I begged Tom to hire me, and he said no. But it was a very mentorly decision. Tom said it wasn't the right place for me, that I should do something bigger. And it only took me another 17 years to leave the news world and work in food media full-time. Thierry also had a role in helping me build my food media career. He once negotiated my fee for an event that I was hosting and got me a whole lot more money than I would have asked for. Anyway, this is how you have inspired my career life. But besides that, I love you guys, and I listen to the show every freaking week, and it is always the highlight of my day when I get to come into the studio and tape a segment with you guys. Congratulations on 25 years. You're the best. And maybe in another 25 years, Tom will stop being a little baby and start eating beets and okra.
Hey, Tom. It's Sean. Don't call me Del Torre. You know, we first met back on the air at KIRO AM when you actually had the live talk show on the weekends. It was fantastic. It was my first time meeting you and Terry. And ever since then, we've worked together with a few gaps in between. Tom, just thank you so much for always including me. It's a pleasure working with you and editing the show. And it's pretty cool that I get to say I know Tom Douglas. And sometimes I get to hang out with that guy. So anyway, Tom, thank you for all you do and for keeping me around. Sean, don't call me Del Torre out.
Look at that. Sean, and by the way, is the one responsible for all that great in and out music on our show.
Since day one.
Since I didn't remember that he was there day one. So, well, thank you. That was sweet.
Yes.
Yes. It reminds me a little bit of last night's, we did a big benefit for the Jacques Pepin Foundation last night. And some of the folks here today were there last night. We all sung Jacques happy birthday.
Oh, that's
and
wonderful.
took a video of it. We're going to send it to him. So
Perfect.
Thanks for no effort in that area today, you all. That's just a joke.
I didn't get it.
Yeah. Do we have any reasonable calls or questions? Do we have any questions, or did you just make all that nonsense up?
No, that was just a ruse. Because, did you see what you just did? You made it not about you, and you turned it into Jacques Pepin.
Well, it was.
I know.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to celebrate you, and it was a really fun project. I emailed a few people, and everyone said that it was an honor.
Oh, good. Well, what are we going to do for the rest of this segment then, producer lady?
We did have a question. Should I marinate a steak overnight or just before cooking?
Loretta, what's the home cook say?
I'm at 30 minutes prior. If it's a steak that I'm marinating. If I'm just having steak to have steak, then I'm not marinating it.
At all?
Mm-mm. Well, you have
with a delicious rub with love rub or something like that?
I'm a salt and pepper.
She can't afford it. And you get that beautiful Mishima Reserve from your husband's company.
I do,
so that's not fair.
You can't do too much to it. But like a flank steak, things like that I am rubbing or marinating, I don't have the forethought for the night before generally. So, what about you?
For me, anything acidic is just 10 minutes beforehand.
Okay.
So wine or lemon or anything of that nature. If it's just like a rosemary olive oil and garlic, say, then it doesn't much matter how much time you put on it.
Mm-hmm.
But acid will start to create a little texture issue on your meat, and it'll taste kind of crumbly and
look at your face.
gross on your tongue.
Okay,
so.
another question. What's the best cheese for mac and cheese?
Well, this is definitely a Loretta question.
I think there is no one best cheese. I think you have to do a mix. So
what
I
types
like
of cheeses?
Cheddar. I like to put some Gouda in there for a little more depth of flavor.
Your husband also works for the company that makes,
I like
according to
Beecher's
them,
mac
the
and
world's
cheese.
best mac and cheese. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We use Beecher's a lot in there if we're making it from scratch. Easy melters.
Yeah, melting is key.
Yeah.
For me, I clean out my cheese drawer when I make something like that, which I don't do very often. But we have a little box in the fridge called our cheese drawer, and it's all kinds of different things. But I'll clean out the ends, and if I'm using like the leftover camembert, I'll take the rind off and just use the center of it, or whatever that is. But a melty cheese, feta does not work.
No feta.
That doesn't. Okay.
But
Mozzarella is so mild that
it's so mild, but it's also stringy, so it's
you can
something
put
to
it
be
in
aware
there,
of.
but it can't be the only thing that you're putting in there.
And
Last one.
Last one. How do I rescue a dish that's too spicy?
You throw it away and go out for dinner. There's really no way.
Really, you
No.
can't just add yogurts to a curry, or it's just too hot.
I mean, you could,
But
but then you're having yogurt for dinner.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
Yeah, I mean, if you have a coconut milk based curry or something like that, sure, you can add another can of coconut milk. But I think for me, I pile on more white rice, or I put a piece of bread on the side and, just cut down the amount of it that you're eating at one time. Or you have a glass of milk or something. I don't know.
I didn't realize how much spice was in the food I was eating, but Jackie, my wife, has been on a restricted diet for the last 6 weeks. It's making me crazy for two reasons. One is she can't have any chilies.
Aw.
So it's like, what do we eat? I have no idea what to eat. She has plain rice. Super sad. The other thing is I had cut down to 2 glasses of wine a day, and so we would just split a bottle. And now she can't have alcohol, so I have to drink the whole dang bottle. And it's a lot.
You can buy half bottles.
I don't own half bottles in my cellar.
I've
I have
seen
a
your Magnums.
3,000 bottle cellar, and I don't have any
No.
half bottles.
That makes sense.
So
You could just put a cork in
I
it
don't
and have
want
the
it-
other half the next day.
No. It's much too valuable of a wine to be doing that to it. So anyway, so that's. Thank you for the 25 years of good wishes.
that's fun.
Appreciate everyone's efforts in making that happen. Okay, it's time for Food for Thought Tasty Trivia, brought to you by Rub with Love Spice Rubs, the most delicious spice rub line in America, with the best-selling salmon rub in the world.
All right.
On Cairo, it's the Hot Stove Society Show, 97.3 FM.
Okay, since you guys announced partners, I picked partners from the audience as well. I picked
Great.
another dream team.
Everybody gets a partner today?
Yep. So you
Okay.
picked Amy
I picked
Pennington.
Amy.
I picked
You
Trina.
picked Trina, and we've got Jim Maurer and Leslie Kelly. Come on up.
All right. I want to have a third. I want Al Levine up here.
Oh, where's Al?
Get your ass up here. That's all right. You're good at BS.
Trina, you got to get up there.
Come on, Trina. It's 3 on 2 on 2.
Remember, she hates being on the mic.
Oh,
So
you're
it's
over here
perfect.
with me.
I'm over here.
You're over here.
You're the smart one. No. Yeah, you are.
Al Levine taught me how to cook. This young man. It all started with the Andalusian meatballs, and I've never looked back. Al, Trina, Al. Here we are.
Okay.
I don't, sadly. But Trina's the smarty, so she'll get them all. And they're sisters. So. I'm trusting that Bex will take care of her sister.
Would I do such a thing? I wrote this before I knew it was going to be a party.
so
Amy's
damn
like, what
funny.
are we doing? What is this? A tasting?
Oh, Amy, that's
You've played trivia before. Here, open this.
Over our ball. Shake it first. Give it a good shake.
I got it. I'm with you. I picked the wrong partner.
Oh, I thought you wanted to on Google for the answers. Okay, let's go, Bex. We are back here in the kitchen on Cairo Radio. It's the Hot Stove Society show. It's time for Food for Thought Tasty Trivia. Next time you need to stock up on your favorite rub or Rub with Love products here in the Pacific Northwest, please visit our friends at PCC, Thriftway, Hagen, Metropolitan Markets, Town and Country, QFC. We're in all sorts of stores around the country, 5,000 to be exact on Cairo. It's 5,000 retail outlets. Amazing. All right. Bex, tell us what's going on here.
Well, this is exciting. We've got quite a few players. We're going to do, each of your teams will get 5 questions. The winner will pick someone out in the audience to pick a spice rub blend in the gift shop. And the first team...
For free.
For free.
You can all pick them out, but not everyone's free.
Okay. There you go. I like that. The first team is Amy Pennington and Loretta Douglas. Team 2 is Jim Maurer and Leslie Kelly.
Oh, I'm so honored.
We are psyched.
And Team 3 is Al Levine, Trina Gary, my sister, and Tom Douglas.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, and we're going to
All right.
start with Amy and Loretta first. You ready? Yeah. Okay. First question. When Pamela Hinckley asked Terry Rodereau what is the most complicated French dish to prepare, was his answer escargot, boeuf bourguignon, or sole meunière?
So difficult. I don't know how you guys are going to do it. It's only a 2-hour show, Amy. So
I feel like it's gonna be the fish.
You got to talk right.
Because fish is so.
Okay.
That sauce is kind of tricky.
Amy, you have to talk on the microphone.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna go with the sole. Dear
It's-
God, please.
It's the boeuf bourguignon.
Dang it.
That's great.
Here's your number 2. What?
God, we do the rapid fire.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
5 in a row. You don't listen to the show, do you?
Well, yeah. Go ahead, Becky.
Okay, number 2. What ingredient gives a classic whiskey sour its pucker?
It's the sour one.
But what makes it sour?
Loretta.
Audience, can you help anyone?
You're a young drinker. Is it gonna be?
It's supposed to be
Maybe-
a teamwork.
I know. What is it? I don't.
Sour soft.
No, it's something. We drank it a lot in the 90s.
I wasn't alive.
Well, yeah. I don't remember the name of it, but I know what it is. It's yummy.
It gives it a pucker.
Okay, enough already.
Lemon.
What? That is not what I was going to say. Sorry, Loretta.
All right, you're going to get this one.
Oh,
Leslie,
What?
I'm feeling good about this.
I think we're on track.
What is an essential ingredient in muhammara dip?
red peppers.
Red peppers it is. Good job.
Is that the correct pronunciation?
Muhammara. Right? You guys can correct me.
Just say yes.
Yes, it is for sure. Number 4, true or false? Oh, you'll know this one. Like corn kernels, blackberries have a fixed number of seeds.
Oh, true or false? That can't be real. False.
That is false. Corn is highly uniform. A typical ear has about 800 kernels. Berries, on the other hand, are botanically diverse and unpredictable.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but I'm trying to not take up a lot of time. Next question.
Next question. Final question. Which Italian condiment, traditionally made of parsley, garlic, and lemon zest, is classically served with osso buco?
You know this one. You do it. No. Take it home. No, you do it. Gremolata.
Gremolata it is. 3 out of 5.
And
Good job.
typically, I think it has fresh horseradish in it, doesn't it? Or not? No. Mine does.
Can you take away a point for his answer?
All right. Leslie Kelly and Jim Maurer, are you ready? Okay.
We're ready.
First
Remember,
one.
answer right into the mic, please.
Right into the mic.
There you go. When Pamela asked Terry what region of France has his favorite food, did he say Normandy, the Paris region, or Provence?
Provence.
Provence, it is for sure. Good job.
Which is funny because he's from the Normandy region.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What does ikura refer to in Japanese cuisine? Ikura. Jim knows this.
It's small plates.
Salmon roe.
Oh, yes.
On a small plate. You would serve it on a small
Small
plate.
eggs.
True. Yeah.
Small eggs.
Jim, you probably made your own ikura before.
I have, actually.
Of course you have.
We thought you said Ichiro.
All right, number 3.
I was so sad for Amy that we
Gotta throw us a bone here, Jim.
Yes.
All right, number 3. Which herb-packed sauce is more likely to include preserved lemon or harissa? Romesco, chermoula, or ponzu?
Ponzu.
No, it's chermoula, because that's a Moroccan and Tunisian. It's the way I said it. I'm going to remember that. Okay, number 4. Traditional dosa batter is made by fermenting which 2 ingredients? Rice and lentils or chickpea and flour?
That's a hard one.
Chickpea and flour.
Rice and lentils.
Okay. These are really hard questions, guys.
That was a hard one.
Am I right? These are really hard. Okay.
Trying to get Jim back.
It's all fun and games.
I think this was a setup.
Number 5, true or false? Syrah and Shiraz are 2 names for the same grape variety.
That one's true.
Yes. One's from Australia. Right?
Shiraz is from Australia.
Nice. Good job.
We get bonus points for knowing
No,
that?
you just get 2 out of 5. So you
2 out of 5.
So Tom,
I
you
just-
have an extra person on your team.
I just want to
don't
say right
think
now,
you're going to need it.
You're in last place. But
Right now.
you might not stay that way.
There's a prize for last place, too, right?
Yeah, sure there is. We'll pay for a new hair color for you.
All right, Al, Trina, and Tom. Here we go. Question number 1. When Pamela asked Terry what his favorite wine region was, did he say Burgundy, the Rhone, or Beaujolais?
Burgundy.
Burgundy it is. He loved his Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. That's right. Good job. Number 2, yesterday, chefs Annie and Rashida panicked when they couldn't find the torchon for today's luncheon celebrating the chef in the hat. I was confused, as a torchon in French refers to a cloth or kitchen towel. So what's the big deal? Why would they stress out over missing kitchen towel?
Because it was wrapped around foie gras.
You got it. That's right. Because torchon is also a cooking technique used to prepare foie gras, where the foie is wrapped in a cloth and poached. Good job. Didn't know how that was going to go. Number 3, many commercial grenadines are made with corn syrup and artificial flavors. Classic versions of grenadine rely on what vibrant fruit for that tart, sweet balance? Can you name that fruit?
Pomegranate.
Pomegranate it is. Good job, Trina.
Already 3 for 3. Good job.
Number 4, what is an essential ingredient in XO sauce commonly used in Cantonese cuisine? There's many, but what's one of the essentials? What's up, Tom?
Dried
Sorry.
scallops.
Dried scallops, yes. Dried seafood. Fish and shrimp. Yeah. 4 out of 5. Okay. Final question. Which onion slicing method causes fewer tears and less cellular destruction? The equator or pole to pole? Al, this is you.
Pole to pole.
Pole to pole. It glides along the onion's natural fibers, causing less cellular destruction.
So is that, what was that? How many was right and how many wrong?
Oh, you want to say it again? 5 out of 5. Winners!
So, Trina, now you get to pick somebody from the audience to take a free stroll through the gift shop. All right? Good job. Next time you need to stock. Oh, nope, the wrong one. If you want to be part of the show, you can join our community on YouTube Live at Tom Douglas & Co. Or don't be cheap, just buy a ticket and come join us here in the studio at hotstovesociety.com. The show is produced by Becky Guzak. Our technical wizard today, Nico Caballero, back from a summer teaching kids how to cook. And our talented editor at Cairo is Sean. Please don't call me Del Torre. If you miss any episode of our Hot Stove Society show on Cairo, you can listen via podcast. Just subscribe with your favorite podcast app.
Thank you for listening, and happy 25 years.
Yeah, they were hard today. I do better when they're hard.
We've had it at 25 the whole time.
Okay, quiet on the set for a second, including the kitchen, please. Hi, I'm Chef Tom Douglas.
I'm Loretta Douglas.
Today on the Hot Stove Society Radio Show, we're proud to celebrate 25 flavorful years on Cairo. Amy Pennington is here. She's a writer, author, and former producer of the Hot Stove Society Show, and going to share some seasonal strategies. And stay tuned for Rub with Love, Food for Thought, Tasty Trivia.
Nice way. That was great. So we had Tina in there. Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. You must have been doing this for a while.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe 25 years.
All right, you guys. So we're going to head out to the other room, and they're going to do a little magic in here, and then we'll come back for a little luncheon.
What are we supposed to pick out of the kitchen? Just a rub or something?
Come on over.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. What did we say, Ames? What's our motto? I think she's wrong. Maureen Miller.
It doesn't matter. It just, again, right about that story.
1999. That's 25 years ago. Thank you. Doesn't she look like Kay Simon? Okay. She had read that was a way to make pesto, and so she.
John Ash who taught me that.
John Ash.
John Ash is a...
And so she tried it both ways and liked it unblanched better. I hadn't either until she told me that. Really? Crazy. Pellegrini.